Hi everyone, and welcome to Montgomery Community Media's special Creative Connections blogging webinar. We're going to get started in just a couple of seconds, so hang tight. I'll be right back with you. Hello everybody, welcome to, again, MCM's special Creative Connections blogging webinar. I'm Mandy Wyndham, and I'm going to be taking you through your blogging journey today. So we're going to have some fun, learn a little bit, and have a great time, and it's going to be all about blogging. Blogging, what it is, how we do it, what to do, what not to do, and how to get started. It's super easy, and I'm here to help you out through your journey. So let's get started. So, what is it and how do I do it? That's a big question that everybody asks, right? Yeah. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of things involved. But a couple of things before we get started, just letting you know that this webinar is broadcast only, which means that there should be no questions and everybody will be muted during the webinar. You're going to hear my voice going through the whole thing. If you need to talk to me or ask a question, use the chat function and send me your questions, or best thing to do, send me an email afterwards at mwindham@mymcmedia.org. Again, that's mwindham@mymcmedia.org. So what is it? What is blogging? What do we do? Well, blogging is like an online journal that you can keep on a regular basis. You know, if you've ever written in a diary or kept notes or tried to do stuff, this is definitely the best way to do it. This is like an online record of your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings, stories. It's a great thing to have, and it's all online, and you can keep a quick database and go back to anything. It's really awesome. A blogger, which is a person who blogs or writes a blog, can discuss a wide variety of topics in a variety of ways. I know I say variety twice, but there's so many things that you can cover. Now, this is definitely a great way, and there's a ton of different opinions out there. So you can listen, and research. It's great. It's also a great way to advocate in your community. So if you've got something going on in your community, that there's an event going on, or some kind of need in the community, blogging is definitely a great way to go. You can share news within your community. You know, if there was a robbery with a neighborhood watch or a suspicious person, this is a great way to get the news out. If there were deer eating all the hostas in your neighborhood, this is definitely a great way to get things out too. Entertaining your audience. Blogs can be very entertaining, and the way that you write them or the way that you present them could be really awesome. So I think it's a great way to do that. There are different types of blogs. Yes, there's not just a written blog. There's all kinds of blogs, and I think you'd be really interested to see them. Written, that's the most popular one. That's where you go to websites and you see them and you write for them and you work with them. So that's a very popular way. Photo, which is still images. You can take a bunch of pictures. Pictures tell stories without words. You know that old saying that a picture says 1,000 words? Well, you can do a whole blog all about photos or using photos. So take your camera, take your phone, and snap away, and let's get some cool stuff going. Video, which is also called a vlog, a video blog, which is really cool. You just sit there in front of your camera and record yourself, and you can talk and blog about a variety of things, which is pretty cool, and technology is awesome now, so this is a great way to do it. Audio blogs are gaining in super popularity. I mean, they're awesome. They're really rising, and they're super popular, as I said, and they're also called podcasts. So a lot of people download them and listen to them in their cars on the way home, or on trips, or while they're running, or at the gym, you know, with their iPods or MP3 players, even on their phones nowadays. So podcasts are really great, and it's also a very popular type of blog. And guess what? You can do all of these using MCM's website, which is www www.mymcmedia.org. Again, www.mymcmedia.org. So why blog? Good question, right? Well, you can educate your community in a variety of ways. You can talk about things from potholes to plants. You can help your community grow and just use that and keep it going and help your community learn new things. You can also engage your community. You've got events going on. You've got things going on. You know, Girl Scouts are doing a ton of service projects in your community. Let's engage that and get more people involved. Share your opinions. Opinions can be controversial, but they're also important. I mean, your opinion matters. We make sure that MCM, your voice gets heard, and your opinion is heard as well. That's why we have such a wide variety of shows and blogs here. So this is a great way to share your opinions, and they become extra popular closer to election time. So if you guys ever see that during election season, opinions are very hot and heavy, I guess you could say. You can engage yourself. It becomes like a hobby. So writing can start something totally new for you and get your creative juices flowing, I should say. And you can extend your audience. So you're just writing to like your local community group. Now the entire county, possibly even the world with the wonders of the internet, you can extend your audience and make your voice heard to a wider variety of people. And this is extremely important to our volunteer producers here at Montgomery Community Media, promoting your show. Our volunteer producers are awesome, and they have great guests, and this way, when they're blogging, they can promote their shows a little bit more. What? Some of you haven't become a volunteer producer here at MCM? Well, you need to fix that. Go to www.mymcmedia.org, go to the training page, and click onto upcoming classes and sign up for one today. Our producers are awesome. The eclectic types of shows and people that we have here is awesome, which makes Montgomery Community Media so unique and so wonderful, and you need to start producing a show today. So if you're interested in doing that, this is definitely a great way to do it. And like I said, you can talk about their shows, each guest. You can even extend your content if you're a producer. So, a couple little extras, like some off-camera, interviews that you did with your guest is really cool. We have a bunch of local blogs here at MyMC Media. And the types of topics that are covered are phenomenal. I mean, anything from sports to politics to holistic living to restaurant reviews. I mean, it's awesome. It's a great way to get the word out and get news out about your blog. And again, you can let your voice be heard and let the county and your community know what you're about and what types of things. And you can see all of our bloggers and some really awesome people. So it's very cool. Our producers, we have another blog too. This is one of our shows that's produced by one of our amazing producers here. And this is a way that you can go behind the scenes and look into your show. If you have your phone, you can record little tidbits. You can embed a little part of your show into that. Again, you can extend your audience just besides the people that are watching on TV. You can make it go out all over the world, and people can see your show, and you never know who might see it. So how do you get started, you ask? Oh, that's so easy. Start reading MCM's local blogs and our producer blogs and get the idea of what blogging really is. Start thinking about your story and how to tell it. Make a commitment to blog. Once a month is a good start. Once you get used to that and start committing to that, then start maybe twice a month, then weekly. And it's really cool, and it'll make you feel so rewarded. There is a form to fill out on mymcmedia.org. Click on that link. It's really easy to do that. Or contact one of our members of our amazing web team here, Krista Brick or Michelle Queen. As you can see, there's the link and the email addresses for Krista and Michelle. So I'm going to stand here for a couple seconds in case you need to write this down. All right, let's move on. Then you can schedule an appointment with our Training and Volunteer Services Department and learn WordPress. Larry Merowitz is that key contact. You would email him at lmerowitz, M-E-R-E-W-I-T-Z, at mymcmedia.org to get started on your learning session. So I'm going to leave this up for a couple seconds so you can write down all of this information. All right. And then once you're done with that, we're going to start posting. Easy as that, right? Simple. You got this. So other blog hosting sites, I don't know why you would go any other place besides Montgomery Community Media, which is mymcmedia.org. But in case you want to, check out WordPress, super easy to use. Tumblr, which is mostly video blogging. Blogspot, pretty easy place to use. Weebly, Pinzu, and Blogger.com, which is actually Google's blogging site. If you have a Gmail account or a YouTube account, Google account, this would be a quick and easy way to get yourself integrated with that. Tips and tricks. You always have to have tips and tricks of the trade, right? Yes. So write what interests you. This is the best way to start and the best way to get things done. You start writing about a topic that you're interested in, and the words will just flow, and the passion will come out, and the enthusiasm, and it's really awesome what can come from a quick little, hey, you know, I'm interested in X, Y, and Z, and you start writing about it. Write in the first person. It's definitely important to write in the first person. It's more engaging, it's more interesting, and easier to read, and you keep people's interests a lot better. Ask questions and solicit answers from your audience. Why should I do that? Well, this way you can engage people. They're going to want to read and see the different comments that come back. And then also, too, you can start something totally new and maybe even get a new blogging topic from that. Keep it short and simple, which means don't write a novel. That's not cool. Too long, you lose people's interest, and they're not going to want to read your blog. So keep it short and simple. It's good stuff. Say anything. Well, not totally anything, but say a lot. You know, don't feel like your views aren't important. They are important. And here at Montgomery Community Media, we want to make sure that your views get heard. We are a platform. We have a place for your voice to get heard. So don't ever feel like your views aren't important, because they are. And promote your blog on social media. You know, places like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. You know, there's a lot of different ways that you can get your blog out. So that's awesome. Engaging your audience. That's really important, because you got to keep everybody interested. So promote your content. Using Facebook, LinkedIn, social media, you know, is really key in getting your content out there. There are 5 major social media sites that tend to push your content out a lot more, and you get a lot of views. They are Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Vimeo. YouTube and Vimeo more so for video blogs. Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, those are more written and photo essays. The do's of promoting your blog on social media, which is really important. So keep these to mind and keep them in your heart as you start to write your blog. Do create pages for yourself and or your blog on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, etc. You know, start a page for it. Google+ is gaining in popularity now, so start thinking about adding a page for your blog there. This is super important, everybody. Learn to use Twitter wisely. I cannot stress that enough, but Twitter is one of those fun social media sites that you can just post quick stuff, but if you don't use it wisely, it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look good for you. Do engage in social media platforms on more than just your blog. So if you have a blog, put that out there. So make sure you go onto other people's blogs. If they ask a question, answer it. Add your comments. It's perfectly fine, and put everything out. Post a link to your blog on each service that you subscribe to after you have a new post. So if you have a Facebook, if you have a Twitter, if you have a LinkedIn, Tumblr account, make sure you post your new links on there. And do include links to other pages that are mentioned into your blogs. So if you're talking about an organization, say a nonprofit, make sure you link to their website in your blog. Or if you're talking about a different type of project, or there's a picture out there, if it's online and there's a link to it, link to it, but link to it wisely. And do use hashtags, which are those little pound signs, especially trending hashtags in your topics for relevant posts. But also, again, I can't stress enough, use them with care, because if you're not using hashtags properly, it makes your blog look a little corny and not as professional as you would want it to be. So we did the do's, so now we're going on to the don'ts. The don'ts of promoting your blog on social media. Don't do spam postings. We don't like spam in our email. You don't like spam in your email, so your readers are not going to like spam postings. Don't include links that sell or advertise products. They're just like spam. You don't like it. They're not going to like it. Don't do it. Don't ignore feedback. But on the flip side of that, don't engage with verbally abusive or spamming comments or not very nice content. That just tends to lead onto an argument, and it's not nice over social media, and it's not worth your time, and don't stress yourself out about it. Don't overuse your hashtags, or worse, use an unrelated hashtag just because it's trending. If you're talking about boots and you hashtag about flip-flops, because flip-flops are trending, it's not relevant, so don't do it. Don't forget to like other people's content. If somebody that you know is writing a blog and you like what they're doing, follow them a little bit. Read their stuff, like their posts. It helps, and they'll probably return the favor. And don't overshare on Twitter and Facebook. It dilutes what you post to your blog. If you start, posting every 2 seconds, people are going to get tired of it, and that goes back to the spam. So get started today. How do I do that, you ask? I'm glad you did, because it's so easy. There is this form again, mymcmedia.org/localblogs, blog with MyMCmedia. It's a great and easy form to fill out. Just fill out the information. It's quick, it's easy, you can do that. Or contact our web team, Krista Brick, kbrick@mymcmedia.org, Michelle Queen at mqueen@mymcmedia.org. Very easy. And see you blogging soon. So I'm going to leave this up for a couple minutes so you guys can write down all of this information. It's very quick, very easy, simple way to get started. And thank you so much for joining us today. I am looking forward to you blogging. I'm looking forward to all this new content that is going to be generated soon. So thanks again for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing your blog soon. Thanks.